Hello and welcome to my spiritual sanctuary. This is Sandra. I'm going to try a little different format this evening. I'm going to talk about the topic that I've been wanting to talk about and do a video on. And I know it's been almost a month. As you know, if you've listened to my other videos, my mom passed away on December 15th, and it was tough, and the holidays and going through all of that. So I've taken a little sabbatical, and now I'm ready to start the channel again and meet my obligations. And I had told everyone on my last video, I think it was December 15th is my last video that I did for my Feng Shui Friday, that I was going to do a video on energy vampires, because I've been going through a situation for the last 4 years, or probably more longer than that, that I've been dealing with somebody and that has classic energy vampire narcissistic qualities. And I've made some notes as I have been going through these years, and I want to share those with others, because there may be some women and young women out there that will not recognize the red flags of narcissistic personality disorder, or even an energy vampire. And being an empath and being the kind, loving person that I am, and most empaths are, they're givers, and they want to help people as much as possible. And unfortunately, there is men out there and even women out there that want to take, and they don't want to give. So, and it becomes a dilemma for the empath, because it affects us on every level: mental, emotional, spiritual, and sometimes physical, which was in my case as well. I was physically abused. And the thing is that you need to recognize the signs early on, because it can be very deceiving. I myself, kept giving, excuses and benefits of the doubt, and, they oftentimes will make you feel crazy, that it's all of you and it's not them. And so there are specific things that I wanted to share with you about being an empath and recognizing the signs, and then, what to do about it when you do find yourself in that situation. So just, I've made some bullet points, and I'm just going to go through everything one by one. And mostly the mind games and the emotional manipulation is just, what they start with. Something called gaslighting, and these are terms that I had never heard before. And it's they actually play chess with your mind, and there is a definite game plan with what they're trying to do. So one of the things I noticed is, they are constantly talking and worrying about you. Okay? So they want to make sure that they want to check out your vulnerability. So they'll talk to you about, what's worrying you. They want to know everything about you. Okay? And it starts that way, because then they know your weaknesses and they know what to prey on. They love bomb. So initially they'll take you to meet their friends, their family, and they will love on you. And so you think that, this is a wonderful, grand, circle of friends or circle of family. And And then things begin to change after a while, and you'll notice that their behavior becomes more obsessive or troubling. They get distressed when they don't know what you're doing. You know, they can't move on without knowing what you're doing. They know they have caused many problems and difficulties in your life. They will sabotage things in your life, like, for instance, breaking things in your home, you know, creating different scenarios so it becomes blocks and obstacles for things that you are constantly distracted that you need to take care of. Because if they can keep you busy and focused on other things, then they can be doing other things on the side, which could be cheating or addictions or, you know, a variety of things. They want to see the consequences or the effects in your life. So they create these scenarios so they can actually watch you. They like to watch and see the consequences and effects in your life. They know everything that you're doing in your life would create pain and obstacles. So they know that these obstacles and things that they're creating in your life to stop you from being happy are definitely going to create consequences and cause you pain. And they have they love that. They derive power and ego from that. They want to watch and observe the effects of everything that they did. So they'll create chaos in your life and then sit back and then laugh at you and blame you for it, so that you are belittled and you think it's your fault, not theirs. They want to witness the destruction. So if they lied or they cheated or they stole from you, they love watching you in the consequences of that. And I have had my accounts, you know, stolen money from my accounts that were tapped in from different stores, AT&T, different locations for phone service, different location for cable services. Where you know, I'm in Florida, and I found that they were hooking up things in New York City for their friends and family or people that they knew, and they were collecting money for that. So another thing that they do is they isolate you from your friends and family after the love bombing phase. They will start to isolate you. They will tell people things and lies about you so that people don't come near you, because that's their way of keeping their control. And then again, they want to know everything you're doing. It gives them a sense of self-esteem and makes them feel good watching you suffer. You know, it's a very sick individual that does these things, but these are energy vampires we're talking about. So you need to watch the signs. What they don't want to see is anything positive in your life or happy after they leave, because once you are clued into this, then you know, remove them, you know, from your life, which I would highly suggest you do. There is no friendship phase in this. If you have experienced anything like this, you'll know there's no friendship phase. You just cut the ties. But you know, things may continue. They want to see you be miserable. It feels like success to them. So again, they will go through other people, and in my case, I was followed and stalked. I had people, you know, coming up to me and asking me questions and getting information from me. Friends, they call those their flying monkeys. The terminology was all very new to me, but those are people that they connect with in your friendship circle that they get information from even after they're out of your life. They want you to think that you can't live without them. So what they will do is they will find a way to stop your income source. So they will help you to get fired from jobs. So you have to continue to move from different jobs, you know, or maybe they stop you from even getting a job. So you're struggling financially. That way that they know that you'll call them because you need that financial help. They will put all kinds of obstacles and problems in your path, and if you can't overcome these, you're weak. Something is wrong with you. And they will make you work hard for everything that you want and then stop it at the same time. So they have been known to put limitations and restrictions on you in order for you not to grow. Okay, so guys, you know, we come here to grow, evolve, and prosper. And if you're not growing, you're dying. These individuals don't want you to grow because that's threatening to them. So what they will do is they will devalue you and isolate people around you so that they have total control over you. They know your capabilities and your potential, and that is what they want. They're jealous. They're jealous. They choose people to partner with who are out of their reach, okay? People that they really admire and people that they really look up to and want to be like. And then at the same time, they want to tear you down because they're jealous of that. They feel that you are superior to them, and that is why they have to devalue you and compete with you. So there's a constant competition. And, you know, in my case, it was somebody I was working with, so in a sales position. So I was being sabotaged at work, and just, I'm not going to go into specifics, but very, very much because of my intuition, and which I think that all of us need to develop if you're even, so you don't get involved with people like this in the first place. But my intuition was right on, and I removed myself from, you know, several different places of employment because I knew I was being sabotaged. They never consider that they are the source of all of these obstacles and problems. It's not their fault. They don't see it as their fault. They'll constantly belittle you and tell you that you're not good enough and you don't know enough, or, you know, they want to constantly tie you down, put you down. And what they do is they have to distort the truth to reverse the roles so that they don't have to look at it. That's how they cope with what they've done and the loss. And they will tell you that you're not doing good without them, and you'll never find someone better, and you will lose everything you have if you leave them. In my case, that's pretty much the way it went. You know, I will talk to your friends, your family, and tell them, you know, that you're no good, and, you know, you're doing this and that, and they're very vindictive in that way. They leech off your time, your energy, and your resources because that sustains them. In my case, as an empath, I feel everything, and if you're an empath, you probably do too. So I take on the energy of people and places and things that are around me. And personally, when I removed myself from this person, I had so much energy that I was able to stay up a full 24 hours to do the things that I hadn't had time to do or wasn't allowed to do. So don't allow people to take your energy and and from you, especially if you're around these types of people and you wake up with 100% of your energy every day. And be careful where you're putting your energy as you're going through your day when you're dealing with an energy vampire. Now, so what ends up happening is, you know, when they leech off of you and they take your time, energy, and resources, then you're left with basically nothing, or the base minimum, to make it seem like you were the problem, okay? When in reality, everything that was provided to them came from you, okay? Because they make sure that you do all the work. And they want you to think you need them, when in reality, they are the ones that need you, okay? So it's a total switch. These people are predators. They look for weak people. They look for empaths. Okay, so they're out there and you have to be very discerning. Not everybody is your friend. And they are looking for your growth and recovery so that they can exploit you. They want to see you 6 or 12 months later, still damaged, picking up the damage, and they come back only to see you struggle. They want to see you in a state of chaos or consistently unhappy. The last thing they want to see is you happy. Okay, it's very sick. I mean, why somebody wouldn't want to be want you to be happy? But that's exactly their strategy, their chess game. A narcissist or an energy vampire will always self-destruct themselves, though. You must remove the mask. You must remove yourself from them. Removing their mask and cutting off their supply when you leave them, okay? They fear being nobody without you. So what they will do is they'll hover and they'll, like I said, they'll stalk and they'll be watching you. And in my case, I have a camera. They put a camera in my apartment. And so this person is watching me and listening to everything I do. If you find out that they are a narcissist or an energy vampire, I suggest you run in the other direction and cut them off. There is no way to be friends with these types of people. They will drain you of everything. So no direct contact, okay? No direct contact. If you have to change your phone number, if you make sure you block them on every social media site or whatever, email, all of it. Okay, and just remember, you're in a war. Keep your plans private. Don't let anybody know what you're doing, because they will find out, because they have these people called flying monkeys, they call them, that are in your friend circle they're paying them, or they get them somehow to let them know exactly what's going on with you. So you must expose them. In my case, I had to get a restraining order. I suggest that you do whatever you need to do if they continue to stalk and watch and do this type of thing. It's hard to prove it, but if you can, if there's some evidence of even physical abuse, which was in my case, I was able to get a restraining order. These people are tortured souls. They're lost, and they're lost. They're just total tortured souls, but they need to find their way on their own. It's not your responsibility. So karma does come as a result of this, okay? They can't get away with it. Everything they touch will be destroyed, because there's no give and take. And unfortunately, their karma comes back to haunt them. So I have some information that I found on YouTube by R.C. Blakes, and I love his take on the 5 non-negotiables of a queen consciousness for women. And also this goes for men as well. If you're a man and you're experiencing an energy vampire or narcissistic woman. One of the things he says is establish your mindset, constantly trying to influence, constantly trying to influence the queen. The external world will constantly try to influence you. However, you must keep a mindset of your own and be who you are and as an individual person. Other ways, they do something called a female slave conditioning, where they will actually take over, and that's exactly where I was headed. And I had to, because of my intuition, I was able to see right through that and pull myself away before it happened. And you must learn to define yourself. Don't let anybody else define you, okay? Define your own self. Never compromise your virtue or your values for anyone. Strength. You must have strength when you're dealing with people like this. Do not show your weaknesses. Weakness will get you into self-sabotage, okay? So you need to be strong. You must be self-reliant. And you must be able to get back on your feet on your own. And the best revenge for these types of people is just to be happy and move forward with your life in the best way possible. Now, reconnect with family, reconnect with friends, join a community, go back into a spiritual community, somebody, find people who will support you through this. So I just wanted to share those few things with you, my subscribers. And please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video so that I can get the word out to other people who may be experiencing the same thing. And if I can help somebody save, 4 years of their life. In my case, I waited too long. Unfortunately, I was working with the person, so it was hard for me to break away. But I'm trying to help people see the signs and be able to remove yourself as quick as possible. I am available for spiritual coaching, and I am available for just tarot readings, astrology readings. I'm an astrologer. I can help you get through this in any way, shape, or form. I can help you. I would be happy to do so, and I'll have all of my information listed below, okay? So if you want to reach me, you can email me at myspiritualsanctuaryinfo@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, www.myspiritualsanctuary.com, and enter your name and email in the opt-in to join my email list, or you can join my membership community, okay? I would love to have you in my spiritual sanctuary, which is your spiritual sanctuary. So please join me for all of my Feng Shui videos and all of my astrology and tarot and my retreats coming up and all the wonderful things that I'm doing for wellness and holistic beauty, so you can have a beautiful life, okay? I wish you well, and thank you for listening, and I hope that you don't have to use these tips, but if you do and I've helped you today, then please just write a comment and let me know, okay? And that's all I have for you today, my friends. So look out for my other videos. I'll be talking about other different topics that'll be coming up, and always check in on Friday for Feng Shui Friday, okay? We have the Chinese New Year coming up, and there's a lot of really great things. We're moving into the year of the metal rat, and a lot of energy changes coming up, and I'll be sharing those with all of you, my subscribers. So please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell so that you'll be notified of my future videos. Okay, my friends, have a wonderful week or a day, and you'll hear from me real soon. Okay, namaste, my friends. Until we meet again. Bye bye.